Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Hello, bonjour, hola, all that and the above. This is Tariq Toure here, and I have my lovely and beautiful wife filming. I volunteered her to film this video. Inshallah, we are approaching Ramadan, and I thought it was very important to share a personal story on my behalf about Ramadan and a personal experience that I encountered while going through a very tough transition in my life, in my spiritual life, in which I could have wavered, I could have went one way or another, depending on how I reacted to the situation. I had been home from school in college. I think I may have been a sophomore or a junior in college. And for many Muslims, many other people, being at college and university is a very tough time. A lot of your ideals and beliefs are challenged, and if you are not, steadfast, if you don't have a very firm foundation or very firm convictions about your faith and about other things. She's telling me to get in the other lane. Let's make sure that I get into the office. If you don't have firm convictions about the things that you believe, then you'll end up getting thwarted. Nevertheless, I was on my way to the bank, and it happened to be the last 10 days of Ramadan. And as Muslims, we spend these last 10 days in what is called itikaf, and that is when you spend the rest of the time inside the masjid, seeking Allah's forgiveness, seeking God's mercy, so that at one point in time, on one day or one evening, that your prayer actually falls upon the night of power. And that is the night which is a very powerful night for Muslims, where we believe that if Allah chooses, that you are able to receive expiation for all your sins and all the bad things that you've done for your life completely, or the past year, or something of that nature. So I wasn't in itikaf. I was on my way to the bank, and I met a brother that I esteem brother, somebody I know very well. And he saw me, I said, "Assalamu alaikum, hey, what's going on? How you doing?" He's asking me, how am I doing? Everything's good, blah, 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 all of that. And I had a thobe on, actually. Sometimes I wear a thobe, sometimes I don't wear a thobe. You might catch me in Nikes, you might catch me in sandals, you might catch me in anything. It really doesn't matter. Not a dress, but, I'm versatile. And during our conversation, he stops, whole facial expression changes, and he looks me up and down, and he says, you in itikaf? You spending the nights in the masjid? I said, no, I'm not. He said, what you got the garb on for then? As if to ask me, what is your reasoning for having traditional Muslim dress on? And it kind of blew my mind, and it kind of, made me take a step back. I can't say my feelings were hurt. I was more frustrated that he would even ask a question like that. So around this time, when Ramadan comes, you're gonna have one group of people, right? And may Allah reward them. They're gonna be very welcoming at the masjid, because unfortunately, some only show up when Ramadan comes. So one group of people is going to be very welcoming. And then you're going to have another group of people who feel that their connection with Allah, their salvation is so sealed that they're going to go as far as to say, well, these Ramadan Muslims, what they doing coming back here, and things of that nature. So I think that was the emotion that he was coming with when he spoke to me. So what I will say, as somebody who throughout his life has went through periods where I know for a fact my faith was tested, that if you're on that margin, if you're on that cliff, sometimes if you meet another Muslim or any person of another faith, that their attitude towards you, their adab, the way they treat you, could be the very well thing to push you over the edge. So for the Muslims who want to bash people for participating in the month of Ramadan, I want you to understand that some of these kids, they're coming to you, they're coming to the masjid after going through so many trials and tribulations. So the last thing that you want to do is be the person who solidifies their disassociation with Islam. You don't want to be that person. You want to be that person that rescues them, that brings them into the arms of Allah, that shows them that people are accepting at the masjid, that shows them that people do not want to judge them. Because every young person, and I've experienced it, we get around this time and we think, man, am I going to go around the masjid? I don't know, because I know as soon as I step across that door, I'm going to fall upon judgmental faces. I'm going to fall upon people who want to ask me, well, what you doing here? What's going on here? I don't want you to get bothered by that. I want you to look at this time as a time to jumpstart your Islam, jumpstart your connection with Allah, jumpstart your connection with your family who are Muslim, and everything. So that next year, this will just be a continuation of the dedication that you put into your faith. Because at the end of the day, it's about your connection with Allah, not anybody's preconceived notions or assumptions. Inshallah, that's the end of my PSA. I want everybody to have a blessed Ramadan. We're going to have an amazing time. Spend time with family. Spend time with Allah mostly. And make sure that you're doing it for you and you only. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullah. Tariq Toure. And my beautiful wife, Imani, is videoing. She's tired. Her hand is tired. Assalamu alaikum.